Hello. Sorry it's been a hot minute. I have a life. I do. And this channel is purely for my own enjoyment. So that's all. Thank you for like 50 subscribers. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Anyways, on to the actual video. Dead Boy Detectives. I honestly haven't heard anyone talk about this show, and it came out like a year ago, so I don't expect anyone to care. However, as you know, my mantra is, it's my channel, I'll post what I want. The Netflix original, based on the comics, we will not talk about the problematic man who worked on this, shows the story of two ghost detectives solving mysteries for other ghosts so they can move on. The main characters are Edwin and Charles, our ghosty friends. Then we further on meet Crystal and Nico. Crystal has some sort of magical powers, and Nico's just here because she's cool. Love you, Nico. Edwin is a ghost from the 1910s who died in a tragic accidental demon summoning, sending him to hell. This is important. Remember this fact. Charles is a ghost who went to the same boarding school as Edwin, but in the 80s and died there too because he was bullied. It's actually quite a sad story. Anyways, now on to the real opinions. Some parts of the romance is done decently. However, the only real romance is surrounding Edwin. Edwin has not one, not two, not three, but 4 love interests. Yet, he's the character who's supposed to be all like antisocial and work. And there's only like 8 episodes, which is the first issue with that. The second issue is he's from the early 1900s and he's gay. So he's struggling with the fact that he's even attracted to men. And yet they shove 4 of them down his face so unnecessarily. If anything, his love arc should just be with Charles. If you haven't watched the show, it's just honestly so obvious. Just watch it, or Jesus, spoilers. Anyways. Which is done beautifully, by the way. And they can keep the whole Monty plot that helps him realize his own feelings, but leave the goddamn Cat King out of this. Jesus Christ. In the first scene, they literally explain the logistics of being a ghost, and yet we, as an audience, are supposed to believe that they have been doing this shit for years. Instead of having experienced detectives explain on some random mission how their ghostiness works to each other when they obviously already know, let them mention it less obviously, more casually, so the audience can pick up on the world building without it being spelled out to them. That's just bad storytelling. Hello. Another issue I have with the plot/development is the fact that they have one of these big overarching issues with Edwin getting chased by people wanting him back in hell. Then when he finally gets caught and gets back in hell, they spend like 5 minutes of the final episode just to get him back. I'm sorry. All that build up just for Charles to know what he's doing? It feels like this has happened before. I have 2 issues with the way some of the characters are portrayed. We have Edwin, our workaholic who hates living people, and Nico, our quirky and upbeat side character. Don't get me wrong, I love them both dearly and will protect them with all that I have. However, they make Edwin mention the fact that he was in hell 50 billion times per episode. And I'm sorry, if it was that traumatic, I would barely mention it. I wouldn't act like a whiny teenager about it. What frustrates me about Nico's character is that she has so much potential to be like an actual developed character, but they barely do anything with her. She's just sort of sitting there prettily. And there are moments where I see how they could actually develop and make her a real character. Don't get me wrong, there are some points that they do well with her. There's a reason she's one of my favorite characters, but she's still a mostly bland character when the other 3 mains have developed storylines and character arcs. The least you could do is give my girl a little bit of something. Again, these are my stupid little opinions. I am not studying this show professionally. I am a casual enjoyer. I have not rewatched it anytime recently, so take whatever the fuck I post with a grain of salt. As always, I'm covering my ass here. Like anyone's coming for me, but whatever. Thank you. Watch the show or whatever, I guess.
It should be down and to the left.
Is that your left or my left?
We have the same left.